Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to the Pillars of Eternity. Now you may be wondering, where is my webcam? Today we are playing Pillars of Eternity, which is a real role-playing game. In this game we are gonna try and be the main character that I'm going to be creating very shortly. So I'm gonna try and actually make decisions based off of that character and not so much based off of myself.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Meet Lowko, the hero of our story. He is going to be a male. The place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Cultures like the Adair and the Direwood place them at the forefront of military, politics and heavy labor. We are a nature godlike. This means the godlikes are children of the Kith, the civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some of them may consider this is not to be a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical and godlikes are unable to wear protective headgear as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. We are a ranger. Rangers are warrior of the woodlands and masters of the hunt. Always partnered with soul-bonding animal companions, they can be found in wild spaces all over the world. As their lifestyles often tend towards independence and isolation, it is rare for rangers to become an integral part of a large fighting force, though they are not often employed as scouts, or they are often employed rather, as scouts and guides. The starting ability we have chosen is going to be Marked Prey. Designates a single target as a prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target. We are going to be taking a wolf companion with us. A wolf and an animal companion does high damage and can be more easily avoid disengagement attacks. All rangers form a strong spiritual connection with a single creature, their animal companion. This is going to be none other than Lokers, very original name. The attribute points I've been focusing mainly on might and dexterity, but also some on perception and intelligence. We are from the Living Lands. The Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races in a variety of colonial and independent settlements. We are hunters. You live for the thrill of the chase. Whether for glory or for sustenance, you have made your living taking the lives of wild creatures. Now this is my portrait right here. We have also chosen what we look like, and I'm actually not gonna pick a voice, because I'm going to be one that will be voicing my character. Let's get started. The caravan master addresses his group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
He's a little bit cynical already.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Alright, so where can I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common around here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Is it dangerous out there?
Not if you hurry about your business.
Alright, we'll see.
And not if the weather holds up.
Alright, I'm just gonna go off and find those berries.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot. Not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy armor-clad woman who had spent the journey's night sleeping on an uneven ground without a blanket or a pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some spring berries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
He's really caring for me.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Alright, so we got a big group of allies right here.
Let's get going before you keel over.
So we can select all of my group right here, which is going to be a party of 3.
I've got sundries for sale.
So we got myself right here, we got my wolf with me as well, and we got Kalisha right here, who is going to be my second party member. Now we can have a bit of a bigger party. I did play through the beginning of the game just to get a basic understanding of what's going on. And we can go ahead and actually buy some supplies if we want to. Hyodan. You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He is transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Alright, let's have a quick look at what he has for sale. So basically we can go ahead right here and buy some things. Now, as you can see, currently we have very little amounts of gold. Or copper pieces rather, so we really don't have very much to buy. And quite honestly, we don't need it. If you take a quick look at our characters, you will actually see shortly, well actually where can we see that? We can see that they actually are wearing some gear already. Doesn't really matter, but we already have weapons in our hands. As you can see, I got a bow, and she has like an axe and a torch as well, so it's all fine. We can go ahead and explore this area. Now, this game is all about exploration, so, you know, oftentimes we will have to go out on journeys, and maybe even lose a party or two. Okay, so we need to be careful here. We're looking for the berries that will allow me to, you know, not get completely sick. Alright, so it looks like we have one opponent right here, which is going to be a young wolf. Now, basically how the combat works in this game, the game automatically pauses when the combat is initiated, and I can give commands right now to my allies. So, for example, right now I can activate that ability that we have called Marked Prey on this target right here, which is the young wolf. And now we can also activate the knockdown ability, and afterwards we can just start attacking. Now, as soon as I unpause, basically these commands are queued up. So the idea is that we keep fighting, even though, you know, the game is paused for a second, so we can actually give those commands. So here we go. I'm just gonna start actually doing damage. And obviously, well, this wolf won't really stand much of a chance. As you can see, it's already almost down. And, well, we're just dealing damage to it, and it's down already. Okay. Let's actually have a quick look. Can we loot anything from him? We got a wolf hide. The wolves of the Direwood are a large and crafty breed. Alright, yeah, it's not really useful to read all of that, but there's basically all kinds of different loots, obviously, in the game that we can, you know, use if we need to. I did grab it right here. Alright. Is there anything else over here?
This is it.
Oh. Alright, looks like we found the berries. I hear you're a pretty good hunter. Don't tell Sparful or he'll run his mouth clear to Gilded Fail. Trying to convince you about how much better he is. Well, let's have a look. What are we gonna do? No, we're not a fisherman. We weren't, yeah. I was responsible for hunting and gathering for my village. Yeah? How is it supposed you come here? We had a bad season, many of us starved, we had an accident, I was blamed for another hunter's death. I hope to accomplish more with my life. My village was ashamed of my choice to abandon them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with we had a bad season. Hazard of the lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Kalissa breathed in of her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot? I'm actually here to like start up a new village or like a new settlement, I suppose. It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like this in these parts, believe me. Got some big plans in mind. Yeah, I'm going to... No, I'm not gonna get filthy rich. I don't care about that. I'm going to settle here and start a new life. Well, who knows? Raedric pays well enough. Maybe we end up neighbors. Anyway, I'm wasting my time here. Odelma, give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Yeah, we don't really care too much about what she has to say. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparful's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. We should check up on him. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you some water. Alright, we're gonna figure out where our ally went. Who was gonna start fetching us water. Actually, we can go this direction, I think, yeah. Let's go in this direction. So we can actually move it around the formation of the party if we need to. Don't really care too much for it, but I like to be able to walk like this, you know, where you're basically walking a bit of a pyramid forward. We can like select them individually, for example, and move him around. And then, you know, move her to the front instead. And right now, you know, obviously it will change the formation of the party. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of a bridge over here. We can have a look over there. We can do some exploration as well if you want to, but the starting zone right here, as you can see, is not that big. So we might have a quick look soon.
Sparful went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
Alright, at least we got the water skins then. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her looking up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparful, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, a spastic wobble in his ordinarily deft stride as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparful? Are you alright?
Sparful's toe catches on a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. That's not good. Oh god.
Ambush!
Oh, alright, so we have two enemies to fight right now. Alright, so once again, combat is paused right here for a second. Now we can take out either of them. I think this one is a little bit closer by, so we can go ahead and attack that. Well, let's knock him over as well, and then you mark him as a target. Can only use this once per combat session, but this is fine. So here we go. Yeah, so this guy is gonna go down real quick. There we go. Just gotta make sure that we don't take too much damage ourselves, but he's already down, so let's go ahead and kill the next guy. All good here. Yeah, actually those guys die a lot faster than the other ones does. He seems to be taking more damage. Good to know. Alright, so that was the combat right there.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Well, first off, we gotta have to loot these guys, Kalisha. We definitely got some priorities here. Alright, so we actually get some other armor if we want to, although it's not actually better. And we got like a little bit of a valuable stone that we may end up being able to sell. Now, obviously, if you sell things to vendors, they're gonna be more expensive when you come back. So, unsurprisingly, so you know we're gonna have to try and loot most of the things. Oh, looks like we actually have another fight here. I'm just gonna take him out. It's just a single guy, so it's not that big of a deal. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the little timer above the heads that basically show you when they are going to attack again, which is quite useful to note. But let's continue onwards. Once again, looting that guy, obviously. Can we actually loot everything? Like, is that how it works? No, oh, we can put it in a stash. I don't really want to have a stash. Oh, looks like I accidentally did put it in there. Oh, what happened over here? All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy on the blood-damp earth. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away the horror like a poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from their half-split logs they prepare to add you to the sprawling pile beneath them. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard, dazzled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heodon. Oh, that's the guy we bought stuff from, or could have bought stuff from. The last of your caravan left standing. Alright, so everyone is dead. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. We have not trespassed. Murderers, I don't know what you did, but it has nothing to do with it. Yeah, we are not trespassers. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So, I say again, lay down your arms. Well, I'm not gonna lay down my arms, that's for sure. No, we're not gonna do that. You can kill him as well. You can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a strong one yet lives. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. The man considers this, looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves Heodan towards you. As he does, the man rakes his blade against Heodan's torso. Heodan screams and stumbles forward. A white gash in his clothing begins to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Oh god. Alright, so now we have a fourth party member, or like a third one actually, who's gonna have a separate ability as well, called Blinding Strike, a dirty attack that makes the opponent unable to see. Alright, so what if we actually... Yeah, what if you actually just do your Blinding Strike on the leader guy right there, and in the meantime we are gonna take out the others.
What you need? So
you're gonna use your ability on him, and then we got Lowko obviously using his marked target thing on him, and then we'll start taking out that guy. Alright, let's do this. Oh wow, he actually... that really didn't work out as planned right there. Well, let's just take out the guy then. This should be our best bet anyway. Yeah, so we are taking a little bit of damage, but it's all fine. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it beginning to seep beneath your skin like a jetty beginning to succumb to the surge of a great wave, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Oh no, what's happening? Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odima's body steers, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Alright, so this is the guy that basically was making fun of me earlier. But, looks like he may have actually saved our life in the end right there. Oh, what's going on? Ooh, so something is going on right here that is not supposed to be happening. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. Precipice, sorry. With a last burst of energy, before your arms give out, you swing yourself up on the ledge. Alright, we're climbing up. Heodan trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who has been feigning death, lunging for Heodan and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heodan lashed out against the fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Ooh, we can do a couple things. Allow Heodan to break free on his own, fire at the attacker, or grab a rock and hurl it at the attacker. We're gonna do exactly that. Your aim is true and it jars Heodan loose. Lurching to his feet, Heodan clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears to the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. Not good. But diving out until the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of him. Alright, good. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. You're calling him fat, pretty much. They hold just long enough for Heodan to set his feet and join you up the trembling ledge. Kinda scary so far, actually. There is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake in the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Looks like we're loading into the new zone right now. This is actually starting off quite epic. As you can see, there is obviously a lot of reading involved. But with that, we have some cool role-playing. So what was that?
Bewick. Had to be.
Ooh, it's a Bewick. Alright, I have no idea what that is, but...
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Hyodan's jaw tightens. He nods. Alright, so we have to continue our journey right here. Now let's see what is going on right now. The ruins of Kilantlis. Okay, so we got a new addendum added.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Who attacked us? What about everyone else in our cavern? Well, they seem to all be dead. You don't seem to be too upset for this. So what would we do right now? Being the godlike that we are. We would probably be wondering who attacked us. Glanfathans. Those be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about. Look to be fangs of Gallowayne, where the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odima. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. Alright, let's get going then. Hyodan takes a step forward and his knee buckles, and before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. Seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put. Those Glonfathans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
I don't like this, Hyodan.
Maybe you didn't hear me. We are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either got to find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
Okay, so we have two options right here. We got to take the risk and let him rest. We need all three of us at our full strength. I think that's what we're gonna do. Kalicia's right, we have to press on. We do not know what we're up against. I don't want to really wait a couple hours though. He can rest in a minute. I'll carry him if we have to.
I'll do my best.
Alright, Hyodan. You gotta figure it out, man. We can have a quick look right here. Yeah, this seemed to actually be a bit of a resting space if you really wanted it to. Too bad that I already chose the other option.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
Ooh, we got a crate right here, which actually contains a torch as well as a small shield. Okay. Cool. Is there anything else? No, it's just a crate right there. Okay, let's have a quick look if we can, like, equip them with other gear. Yeah, so as you can see, we got different weapons right here already added to the character. So we have Lowko right here, who has the hunting bow, but we can never actually wear a helmet, which is because of my weird misshapen head. And we got some more gold right now as well. Now, sadly, he didn't take any of his wares, I suppose, which is unfortunate. We do have some lockpicks as well, and we also actually have a... oh, he actually has multiple weapon sets. All right, that's actually very cool. Yeah, so yeah, he also actually has some potion of minor regeneration right there. We have a shield as well. Does anyone want a shield? Or do we need the torch real bad? I think this is gonna be a two-handed weapon right here that we have, yeah. So yeah, we don't actually need the torch. We got her having a torch already. I was thinking maybe one of them wanted a shield, but I think this should be okay for now. Yeah, we could pass him the shield up there, just so he has like a second weapon set if we need to switch to it. But anyways, before we are gonna go ahead, continuing our journey, I'm gonna end this episode right here. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to be the first to get a notification when the next part is up, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and I'll see you in the next one.